Welcome to another edition of Walton Entertainment. Today we'll have more news, information, and entertainment from your local hometown.
Thank you all very much. You want to tell us some stories about you living in Monroe or anything? And I got some stories to tell about living in Monroe, but they're all classified now. The band after the show. Give us a big old sweaty hug. We would love that. Ladies, where you at? Ladies, can we hear that noise out there? Well, we are departure from Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, some of us live a little bit closer than that. We have Beaufort, Georgia, Duluth.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, the Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And today I have two very special guests with me. I have Miss Tish Finn, who is our new Youth Development Director here in Walton County, and she works with us here at the Partnership. And I had her on here, let's see, probably back in May, and which the position was not filled at that time. Tish is now the YAB director, and we're happy to have her on board. And she's just going to fill you in about some of the things that have been going on since May, a lot over the summer. And we also have Graham that's going to tell you about what the kids are doing, how many kids we have in the school system in Walton County that are involved in YAB. So Tish, I'll let you start.
Right, so we went to a summer camp at Emory at Oxford through an organization called GTI, Georgia Teen Institute, and at that point the kids started working on a project to bring back to Walton County. And the project we came up with was one called Sweet Sobriety, and it involves the consequences of binge drinking, blackout drinking, just irresponsible consumption of alcohol, whether underage or of age. And so we developed an outreach that we've taken to the farmers market, and we plan to do some other things with. And I'll let Graham tell you, we were at the farmers market last week. We're going to be there first and third Saturday till October. We had a great turnout, got to talk to a lot of people from the community. Some councilmen offered to help us out. It's really, I'm excited about what the kids have done, and I'll let Graham.
So I know people, what are they talking about? Sweet sobriety. So fill us in, Graham.
Sweet sobriety, it's more like if like somebody tells you you can't have something, it just makes you want more, right? So, like, generally. So, the main, like, kind of like the thesis of the campaign is moderation and not abstinence. Because if you expose somebody to something early, it's less, like, stigmatized to them.
Right.
So it becomes, like, less of, like, a thing, like, it's cool to get completely wasted.
Right.
Which...
And that takes you into the age when you are allowed to drink alcohol, right? So that's what we're talking about is underage drinking. Of course, we don't advocate at all, but we're trying to encourage kids to not put themselves in positions where they won't be prepared. Yeah.
Just like just don't get yourself in trouble, really, is what we're trying to do here.
Right. Right. So how'd you find the farmers market worked out? How did people receive it?
It was good. We had like little cups of like candy and whatever. And people were like, hey, how much for whatever this is? And everything was free at the farmer's market. We had free T-shirts advertising like the partnership and everything.
Right.
And all you had to do was like sign your name and give your email to get you on a mailing list for like what we're doing, how everything works and whatnot.
Right.
And so everything was free over there. So
yeah, thanks.
So what will the students do in this campaign? I know I've heard some ramblings about putting tables up at school. What will they do as far as getting this message out?
It's gonna like Ms. Tish said earlier. There's a like an outreach. So they're gonna the Youth Advocacy Board members are going to go from like school to school, and they're gonna set up tables at lunch, just explaining everything that we're doing, and we have like little cups that we made. And what's the design on?
Yeah, it's a mason jar. It says sweet tea to go along with sweet sobriety. We're going to sell tea there, and then encourage kids to take that with them on the weekend and not fill it up with alcohol.
Hey, you know?
Right. There you go.
And what kid doesn't like sweet tea?
I know.
Especially in
Especially in the
Georgia.
South.
Yeah.
In the South, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about the YB board. How many students do we have now? I know
we're over
the
30.
beginning stages we were actually recruiting kids, so now we're at
31
the big number.
31. And how many schools, Graham?
We're representing 7 high schools.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So the end of the last school year, we had 3 students. So this is amazing.
Growing. Yeah.
Yeah. So anything you'd like to add? Any more events that are coming up?
We're doing the farmers market 1st and 3rd. We're looking at doing a couple of book drives for back to school. We've been to open house for a couple of schools, and just the lunch campaign is the main thing. Graham actually suggested we go to football games.
Yes.
And see if we could set up a table at those, because I wasn't aware of sometimes kids can get themselves into situations either pre-game or after, or even high schoolers. So I've really been proud of how kind of honest and forthright the kids have been about this problem. They've seen their friends who've had an issue with it, and they're really taking steps to address it.
Great. Well, Tish, I know we're here as a resource for Walton County families and students. If there ever were a situation where a kid needed to talk to somebody, as far as the youth development services that we provide, are they able to call you here at the office?
Absolutely.
And you're able to meet with them? And
yes, of course. And we also have teen mentors. Graham's actually graduated high school and is going to be going to college. We have teen mentors who can talk to them about experiences. The best way to get us is either Instagram or Facebook, Walton Advocates, and that has our phone numbers and everything.
Okay, perfect. Great. So, all right, what is September 9th?
September 9th, our kickoff dinner. We're having it here. We're going to do some food and have some fun, invite all our alumni back and our new members too, and our board members. So that's our kickoff party.
Okay, perfect. Anything else, Graham?
Nothing I can think of.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining me this morning. And if you ever have any questions for us here at the partnership, we do help with information and referral for resources. We have parenting and counseling here at our office. Our meetings will pick back up in August, so we'll start our collaborative meetings at Felker on the third Tuesday. My board meetings are on the second Tuesday, so you don't want to come to those because those are boring. So our collaborative meetings will be on the third Tuesday of every month at Felker Gym at 8 a.m. and that's open to the public, so we do invite all to attend, all who would like to attend. And at those meetings you hear about resources. We have participation from the Board of Ed, from all of our different partners, and just have a roundtable discussion about what's going on, what events are available to attend for students, for families. So I hope you will join us, and if you ever have any questions for us here, please feel free to call. My direct line is 770-207-3175. Thank you.
You're watching Walton Entertainment. Growing up in the South, I knew the value of that summer garden. A lot of us have busy lives now and can't have a garden. So if you don't want to eat out of a can, you either go pick it yourself at a farm, or you can take a short drive to the Crowsnest.
Well, the Crowsnest started on a whim. We decided that this end of town needed a little produce, and there are several farmers out here that we buy local from, and we just decided to come closer to them. And Kim Crow, who owns the Crow's store next door, was gracious enough to rent this for us, and we got started 4 years ago. Well, we carry a lot of seasonal, which is your local squash, zucchini, tomatoes, okra, beans, and cantaloupe, watermelons, anything that we can find that's local we'll get.
What really took me back was the smell. When you walk in this place, it is delicious to your nose. All of the fruits and the vegetables mixed together, it is amazing. Then when you walk through here, you see all this fresh produce, the fresh vegetables and the fresh fruit. It is amazing. I loaded up with some sweet corn and it was delicious. I'll definitely go back. This is a great place. I recommend.
The difference is freshness, and we strive to have the freshest produce in town.
We go to the market about every other day to get fresh.
Correct. And we get it local from our farmers, and the freshness has a better taste because grocery stores shelf, and that takes all the vitamins and the freshness out of it. So buying local is the best way to go. The dog is our mascot, and she's here every day. We have a lot of customers that really come to see her, not us. Her name is Raya.
We're right in the middle of summer, and that means it's time to get those portraits done. Summer portraits are so wonderful for families and for individuals. Whether it just be you or your family, it's time to book that summer photo session. Let me turn your summer moments into portrait art. Contact me today at 770-656-5794 or check me out on the web at darylproductions.com.
What's happening today is I am being issued a proclamation for Disabled Veterans Day. I am a military granddaughter. Both my grandfathers military. I have a cousin in the Carolinas. I have uncles, and I am a disabled veterans advocate. And so Mayor Martinez, was kind enough to issue this proclamation for this worthy holiday, which really just focuses and hones in on the service-related disability needs of our beloved veteran heroes to hopefully make sure that process is streamlined for them and as hurdle-free or hassle-free as possible. Anyone who is brave enough to serve our country and go and fight for me, and then they're injured in that line of duty, they deserve the utmost respect. And so the military in general, I have the utmost respect for anyone who serves in any facet of the military, and certainly if you are injured fighting for this country and fighting for all of us who for the freedoms that we enjoy, you deserve the respect and you should not be put on the back burner.
Morning, everyone. My name is Cassandra Hainsworth, and I am the Walton County 4-H agent. We have had a very exciting summer. Our 4-Hers had an opportunity to attend summer camp all across the state of Georgia. Our 4th through 6th graders attended Cloverleaf Camp at Rock Eagle 4-H Center. Our 7th through 8th graders got an opportunity to attend 3 different camps. One of them was held at Tybee Island at Burton 4-H Center, which was Marine Resources Camp. Wilderness Challenge Camp was held in Dahlonega at Waseca 4-H Camp. And Junior Camp was held this year at Jekyll Island at a Jekyll 4-H Center. Our senior 4-Hers, which are our 9th through 12th graders, also got an opportunity to attend camp this summer at 2 of our senior camps, one of them being just regular senior camp, which was held at Rock Eagle 4-H Center, as well as some activities that took place in Athens and at UGA. And then we also had Senior Extreme Camp, which took place at the Rock Eagle Pioneer Camp, which is more of a tent camping. So our senior 4-Hers got an opportunity to build tents and do some outdoor camping that was a little different from what they normally do with the other camping facilities. We also had state council this summer, where our officers were elected across the state of Georgia, and our 4-Hers got an opportunity to participate in that at Rock Eagle 4-H Center. And it was a great opportunity for them to meet other 4-Hers and just to have some time to learn about other programs that are going on in other counties across the state. One of our BB team actually competed this summer in the Daisy National, and they came in 2nd place in the national competition, which is so awesome. We're so proud of them. Our horse judging team is actually out this week, and they are competing at Southern Regional in both the horse judging competition as well as the hippology competition, and that's being held in Perry. And our hippology team will also go to Ohio in October to participate in the national hippology contest. So we're super proud of them, and we hope that they have a great showing this week as well as upcoming in October. As you know, today is August 1st, and next month we'll be kicking off our 4-H program in all of our 5th grade classes, as well as after school at all of our middle schools, and we'll also have some high school programming going on at a couple of the high schools around our county as well. This is a great opportunity for our students. We give them a chance to learn, to grow, and just to be out, to go to different places, and just to meet different people. That networking opportunity is just something that we have that's just unimaginable. And so we have that opportunity for our students to get that learning experience. So if you have a student who is K through 12th grade that you feel would be interested in our program and you need more information, please contact our office. We're located at 100 North Broad Street, right here in downtown Monroe. You can also call our office. That number is 770-267-1324. And of course, we're also always looking for volunteer support. So if you feel you have an expertise that you want to lend and to help teach and mold some of our young minds here in Walton County, we'd love to have you come aboard. So please feel free to contact me. My name again is Cassandra Hainsworth, and I'll be looking forward to speaking to you soon.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful, the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Around the center, we're still gearing up for our Rivers Alive event. We're getting in some new volunteers and working on locations and things like that. Again, our event's going to be on October the 5th. If you're interested in any volunteer opportunities with Rivers Alive, feel free to give us a call, 770-267-1421. Or you can email us here at the center. All of our information would be on the county website. We would love to have any new volunteers. We have a lot of them, but we could always use more. Another thing that I'm not sure was mentioned last time, we did just wrap up our litter index for Walton County, and we have seen a little bit of an uptick in litter found on the sides of the road. And what we found is that's been true for Walton County and most all other counties across the state. And I'm assuming it's generally that would make it true nationally. So that's something we're going to try to focus on a lot over the next year in schools and out in the community is talking to people about litter. You know, it's an eyesore for our community and nobody wants to see it. We certainly don't want to see it in our yard or in our neighborhoods, but we have to feel that same way about it anywhere. So we're gonna try to do the best we can to talk to people about litter and why it's not okay and all the problems that come along with littering. And so we're a little disappointed to see that uptick. We had several years where it had decreased some, and then to see it tick back up a little bit was a little bit of a concern. And we really are going to try to focus on that. Another thing as we start to head into the fall, just want to remind everybody it's going to be that time again very soon for us all to be raking up leaves and things like that. But we want to make sure those things make it to where they belong, and that is an inert landfill. So I don't want you to drive all the way out here and us have to turn you around and send you to an inert landfill. Just get them there to begin with. If you're outside of the city limits of Monroe and have a private hauler, a lot of them won't pick those up. So if you're going to haul those off yourself, make sure you're taking them to an inert landfill. Feel free to give us a call out here at the center. Again, our number is 770-267-1421, and we can direct you to a few different inert landfills we have around the county that would be closest to you. And that's basically what we've got going on right now. So just be aware that Rivers of Lives coming up. If you know anybody that's interested in that, we are still looking for volunteers, as I said. So that's kind of the main thing we'll have going forward the next couple of months. And like I always do, if you're not recycling, don't know much about the Walton County Recycling Center or Keep Walton Beautiful, come out, let us show you around. We'll talk a little bit about what we do. We'll take some input from you. We'll get you started recycling if you've never recycled before. We can work with you on learning to recycle new things that you may not recycle, but you're very interested in recycling. So give us a call, come out, and until next time, take care.
Are you in need of tractor work, bush hogging, grading, cleaning, sod installs, and drainage repair? Then you need Bold Springs Landscape Solutions. Bold Springs Landscape Solutions is a licensed, insured, and certified landscape solutions company. Their services include grading and drainage, bush hogging and clearing work, as well as fencing, landscape, and sod installation. Contact Bold Springs Landscape Solutions today.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts, your community arts center here in beautiful downtown Monroe. Come see us. We're wrapping up all of our summer activities. We've had 5 weeks of summer camp, including a clay camp, and our Galaxy Gallery is coming down right now as we speak. And we're taking in our new show as we speak today and tomorrow. And that will be our fiber show, and that will open August the 7th. So come in on August the 7th to see our new fiber show. We'll have 50 plus fiber and fiber related technique kind of pieces in that show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have lots of related activities over the next couple of months that are celebrating the fiber arts in Monroe and in Walton County. So please pay attention to our Facebook page, visit our website at monroewaltonarts.org. On the 17th, on August the 17th, that's a Saturday, we're having our first Saturday soiree. And what that means is we're having a big party. Once a month, our goal here is to have a party of a lot of different activities. We're still, of course, open every single Saturday from 10 to 5, but once a month We're going to try to concentrate and have lots of workshops. Hopefully always have a food truck in the garden. Maybe music sometimes, just depends from month to month. But drop-in workshops and food will be, I hope, a staple every month. And on August the 17th, we'll have the sunflower clay garden stake drop-in that was so popular. We did it back in June and a lot of people missed it, couldn't come, or people actually want to come a second time and make even more. So we have that as a drop-in class from 11 to 4. A beaded bracelet drop-in class from 11 to 4. What that means on drop-in classes, you don't have to make a reservation. You just come when it's good for you and participate in the class between 11 and 4. We have a mini owl weaving for kids. That's our activity on that day on August the 17th for kids. Miss Donna will be here from 11 to 2, and you come on the hour. So you come at 11 or 12 or 1, and she will sit with you and help you make a little owl weaving. Really, really cute. It's appropriate for ages 7 and up without an adult's help. Under that age, it could be a mommy and me type experience for the little ones, and that's between 11 and 2. Mojo Barbecue will be here in the garden. They're a local barbecue company, and we will all enjoy lots of great barbecue on that day, and they'll be here from 11 to 4 in the sculpture garden. And then kind of our special event to kick off our fiber show is Belk's, and in particular the Belk that's in Winder, Bethlehem, will be hosting a fashion show here. So we have folks that will pick out jewelry and other clothing items from our shop. We'll take it to Belk's, coordinate an outfit at Belk's with their style experts there. And then on that Saturday between 11:30 and 12:30, we'll have a fashion show that will meld the handcrafted, gorgeous works that we have here, along with the fashion and the new fall items for kids and adults both, through Belk's. So that's from 11:30 to 12:30 on Saturday, August 17th. So if all of that is too much to digest at one time, you can go to our website and look under special events. You'll find everything there, all the information, photographs of what the workshops look like, the kinds of things we'll be doing, and the times and how to get involved. All of that is at MonroeWaltonArts.org. Come in and see us, pick up a class list, pick up one of our cards, stick it on your fridge, has our website on it, has our shows for the rest of the year to remind you. So come in, see us, enjoy the art, enjoy the fiber show, participate, have healing that the arts can give you, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Hello Walton County, this is Kevin Littlewood, Chairman's Report on Walton Entertainment, Channel 18.2. Hope that you get to tune in and get to see the updates of what's going on in the county. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's county and what's going on around the county. As many of you may know, Walton County kind of makes a tilted square. Monroe's in the city. The center of there, Loganville's over here in the western side, Walnut Grove, Social Circle, Good Hope, between and Jersey. Got the smaller cities around. Monroe's bypass has been talked about for a lot of years. They're going to be buying the right of way on it here later this year. It will come from Highway 11 South, just near L&P Parkway, around to Unicia Drive on Church Street 83 out that way, and will connect into 78. There's a northern leg, but it's a 20-year or longer off, so it won't be happening anytime soon. The reservoir we talked about last time, Hardlever Creek Reservoir, is just kind of the northeast of Social Circle. It's full, and it's fishing and prepared for the future water needs that the county may have to have here. The Social Circle bypass, which comes from Highway 11 South around to Highway 11 North, and it is a eastern side. We've got the Solo Cup and the distribution center there for General Mills is also just off the bypass there in Social Circle. Down on across I-20 in the very southern part of Walton County is the Joint Development Authority Industrial Park. That's Walton, Newton, Morgan, and Jasper. That's where Takeda is, the pharmaceutical. And then you have Facebook that is currently building right now there. And then you have the training facility for anything that comes into the park. The Joint Development Authority is currently right now filling in that big ravine that will allow us to be able to sell 500 plus acres on the Morgan County side of that Joint Development Authority. So there'll be some more prospects looking in there, and we're all on a percentage partnership in that situation there. So as you look around, traffic continues to be a major problem in Walton County, not Monroe, Loganville, Walnut Grove area. DOT is currently looking at signal upgrades on 138 from Monroe out to Walnut Grove. They're going to upgrade those to the new standards, and then we're going to look at, see if we can't. They were looking at roundabouts at HDA and at Youth Jersey, and they're going to come back and relook at those once they get the signals up. But there is a possibility that there may be some dual lanes that allow you to travel through the intersection, because that's when cars kind of get bottled up at the red lights. So that'll be something they're looking at. The Spring Street, they are currently taking out the crepe myrtles and putting in, you'll have dual left turn lanes to go out onto 138. And once they complete that, there will be 2 lanes that will go all the way through to the red light at Walmart terminus there. And then as time goes on, next year in June, they will be DOT and Walton County and City of Monroe in a joint effort are going to do a eastbound on-ramp off of Spring Street there, just past Home Depot and IHOP. You'll be able to get back onto Highway 78 eastbound there, and you'll be able to travel, which will relieve a lot of the pressure from the 138 Spring Street red light and back up in that area. So Loganville is working on some projects right now with DOT, and we are all working with that $13 million that the voters actually gave the splosh in for transportation. We're trying to do some quick fixes to try to be able to move cars, move people. One more that I just thought about is the Highway 11, Highway 78 off ramp. If you're coming from toward Athens and getting off on Highway 11, DOT's agreed to widen that lane and make it go farther north on Highway 11 up probably to the Deer Acres entrance, where you'll be able to blend in. That way you don't have to stop there, because the bridge makes it a little bit hard to see. So we are really trying to work on the road system in the county, the cities and the county and the schools. We're all working together. We're trying to get our traffic patterns together. That way DOT is very amenable in listening to us, because Walton County, we all have combined money to be able to help in some of these projects. And so that's exciting to be able to hopefully move you where you don't have to set 2 or 3 red lights or such as that. And but there's a lot of things going on in the county. The industrial park for Monroe is out here. We have Hitachi, we have Tucker Door, we have Flexo, you have Walmart Distribution, and on the other side you have the hair. I can't think of it, but I'll pick that up on the next show that I talk about. But they're over there off of Jim Dawes. We got a lot of opportunities, business opportunities here for you in the county. These big companies bring smaller businesses, which is very good for some entrepreneurs and people wanting to start businesses and such as that. But we've got a lot of good things going on. The rest of 2019 is going to be an exciting year. I told you a couple of times we are going to be making announcements in the next few months, and of some new opportunities that's going to be coming to Walton County, and a couple of them are going to be really exciting. So if you have any questions or concerns, please give me a call, 770-267-1316. Thank you.
You're watching Walton Entertainment. Welcome to Focus. This segment is an opportunity for us to focus on what matters with people, places, and things. I'm your photographer, Daryl Everidge. And on this episode, I have the pleasure and honor of speaking with Loganville Mayor Ray Martinez. Now, I was here earlier in the day, and I watched as he gave some proclamations out, and the first thing that struck me was the uniform. So my first question had to be about the uniform.
Absolutely. I'm a 25-year veteran of the U.S. Navy. I retired back in 2015, and I served 3 tours to the Middle East in support of Operation Noble Eagle, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. And very seldom do I wear my uniform unless it's special occasion. I was a little worried today because I haven't worn my uniform in about 2 years. And I thought it wasn't going to fit, but from what I hear, it's wonderful. But today I was doing a couple, actually 3 proclamations. The first one is Disabled American Veterans Month, and I was presenting them with a proclamation from the city of Loganville, and I think it's very appropriate for me to wear, as mayor of Loganville, to wear my uniform. I also did a proclamation for Purple Heart Day, and again, it's very appropriate for me to wear my uniform. And I also did a proclamation for Loganville Christian Church. It's this year they're celebrating their 135th birthday here in Loganville. So they're one of, if not the oldest, they're one of the oldest churches here in Loganville, and I'm very proud to be doing the proclamation for them. But this is typical for the Mayor's Day. You know, I tell people this often, that I didn't know I was going to be so busy like I am now, but I love doing what I'm doing. We don't do it, as you know, we don't do it because of the money. We do it because we want to give back to a community. And days like today, where I recognize our veterans, our disabled veterans, I recognize our Purple Heart recipients, and also recognize the Loganville Christian Church. Days like today, and days like many days, where I go talk to kids about the role of mayor, about my upbringing, which is a very humbling upbringing. It makes my job so much easier, and it gives me joy and love to be representing Loganville as mayor. So I think I got the best job in the world as being mayor. You know, I just sit back and do what I'm called to do.
And in a way, you were first.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it.
Yes, sir. I'm the first Hispanic elected official, mayor, in the state of Georgia, and I did not know that. Back when I was running for mayor, all I did was just campaign. And when I won, the day after I won, I had a couple of reporters ask me, "Do you know that you're the first?" So I asked them, "First in what?" "Well, you're the first Latino mayor in the state of Georgia, definitely in Gwinnett and Walton County, because as you know, Loganville represents 2 counties, 20% Gwinnett, 80% Walton County." But they asked me about that, and I've been proud of that. And my message when I go talk to kids and adults alike, I tell them this. You know, I came from Puerto Rico. My parents are Cuban, but I consider myself an immigrant, even though Puerto Rico is an island part of the United States. And I came when I was 8 years old, and I went through ESOL program, English as second language. I struggled in school. I even failed 3rd grade because of my language barrier. But I've been through it. I've been living in Miami, just living in Hialeah, and I've been through it. And I tell folks this: if I could do it, if Ray Martinez could do it, if he could be the first being mayor, any one of you, kids or adults alike, could be the first in anything you put your mindset to be. So I'm very excited about that.
I was talking to some of the guys in American Legion here earlier today, and we were talking about the feel in America right now with society, maybe the younger generation. Do you feel like maybe people are disrespecting the flag or putting service personnel on the back burner?
Absolutely. I do see that with the generation. There's a lot. We haven't had a major war since, I would say, Vietnam. So it's been a couple of generations since we've been, that type of war or that type of battle like Vietnam, and people forget. People are, they forget our veterans, and it really frustrates me whenever you see some professionals out there that don't stand up for the flag, don't stand up for the anthem, don't put their hands over their hearts. when the Pledge of Allegiance is being announced, or when the Pledge of Allegiance, or when the Star Spangled Banner is being sung. Like I said, I'm an immigrant. I consider myself an immigrant, but I consider myself an American first. And I love my flag, and I love this country so much. This country has given me so much, the opportunities. With the Navy, with a 25-year career with the Navy, I've been to many countries. And let me tell you, it's always refreshing and it's always fulfilling for me to come back to this great country. There's no other country in the world, and I've been to many, serving in the U.S. Navy. And there's no better country in the world than the U.S. So whenever somebody, it's not a perfect union. It is not a perfect United States, but it's giving us so much to be thankful for. So I'm very appreciative of our flag and our country.
And of course, one of the most requested question when you interview the mayor, or at least that's what I get. People say, ask him about what's coming new to Loganville. So are there any secrets, any new businesses on the horizon?
Absolutely. The first thing is, of course, the Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby came 2 years ago, right on 78 on the Gwinnett side. That is big. A lot of people were asking about that. They were getting tired of going to Snellville for the Hobby Lobby, and we got it. And that's one of the busiest Hobby Lobbies around in this region. Of course, we got a Del Taco that's coming in right in front of the Hobby Lobby. So that's big. They should be open the next few months. They're building construction pretty quickly. Also, we have a Popeyes that's coming on in the old Walton tire right on Highway 78 and 81. That's going to be big. So biggest thing right now that I actually ran on 3 things, and I'm gonna describe the 3 things that I ran on and things that are getting done in the 3 things that I ran on is keeping Loganville clean, keep Loganville moving, and keep Loganville building. We are steadfast focusing on our downtown Main Street, okay? Without saying too much, of course, our stretch of downtown runs from Highway 20 all the way down to Highway 78. So we do have a small stretch, but that type of stretch, we want to make it live, work, and play, mixed-use development. So we are getting with some developers to see what our plans are with that property. But we are working hard to get that going. Hopefully, it won't look like that in the next few years. Of course, the town green that was constructed a few years ago, that's made our downtown even better than what it is. Of course, our ag building and our rock gym, which we do rent it for parties and marriages and stuff like that. So that's a big thing. Part of that town green comes our Grooving on the Green. We've had a great concert series with the Grooving on the Green. Christy Daniels and Robbie Shorts and Gracie has done a good job promoting our bands, which is the 3rd Friday of every month starting in May. We got 2 left, and we got the third Friday in August at the Town Green. We have what they call the Electric Avenue. It's an 80s band that's going to be coming in. I'm a big 80s fan. I grew up in the 80s, so in Miami, so I'm a big 80s fan, so I'm looking forward to Electric Avenue. And then after that, we have another band that's coming in September, and then of course we have our biggest festival of the year, which is the Autumn Heritage Festival, which is in October. That's this 3rd Saturday in October. And we have over 140 vendors out there. We got food and everything. And every year it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And our events department has done over 19 events this year. Wing Fling earlier in the spring, our car show, our Grooving on the Green concert. So we're just, and we're also going to have a public safety night that's coming up in the next few weeks. So Christy and Robbie have done a good job, and I'm so excited to be part of Loganville. Of course, Keep Loganville Clean is another initiative of mine. We've partnered up with Walton County and with some of the churches to keep our city clean. People, when I ran for office 2 years ago, people said, Mr. Martinez, what are you going to do? I said, you know what, one of the things I'm going to do is keep our city clean. Just the basic. Keep it clean. Pick up on 78. Pick up the styrofoam cups. Pick up trash. And I have partnered up. We've had 2 community cleanup days already in 2019. We partnered up with Orchard Church, and we've also partnered up with another church to get together and picked up. And let me tell you, the first time we had it back in the spring, we picked up over 65 bags of debris here in Loganville. And then we did it again a few months ago, and we picked up over 30 to 40 bags with partnership with Orchard Church. And the last thing right now is keep Loganville moving. We are working very, very hard to get with GDOT, and they have come to our offices. We have been to their offices in Gainesville to do things about our lights, to do things about our roads. So I'm working as hard as I can at my own time and dime to get with GDOT and the state representatives to look at Loganville on how to keep our great citizens moving.
And so since you've been mayor, is there anything that you didn't expect to happen, or is there any part of your job that was a little more than what you thought it would be?
Absolutely. There's one thing that I did not anticipate. Well, there's two things that I didn't anticipate. First of all is how much I love the job. How much I love the job and how much I love the relationships. As you know, Loganville being two different counties, you got to get along with the Walton representatives and with the Gwinnett representatives. There's 16 different mayors. There's about 6 different commissioners. There's a chairman, and just in Gwinnett County. In Walton County, there's 7 different cities. So there's 7 different mayors. There's 6 commissioners and a chairman. So you have to get along with all those folks. And let me tell you, I love every single one of them. There's no favorites. I get along with all the mayors in Gwinnett and Walton County, and we have a great relationship. That's one thing. I didn't know that I was going to love this job as much as I do. Like I told you earlier, we do it. I do it. I can speak for myself. I do it because I love representing Loganville and its people. The second thing, and I should have asked the former mayor, Dan Curry, which he's a role model of mine, I should have asked him, how busy is it being mayor? I never asked him that. But let me tell you, I compare being mayor like being a head football coach and so on. Let's say the head football coach is the mayor and the assistant coaches in a football team are the council members. The media, the kids, proclamations like I did today, they don't want to talk to the assistant coaches. They always want to talk to the head coach. They always want to talk to the mayor. Even if things go good, which knock on wood, things are going pretty good in Loganville, we're steadfast moving forward, or when things go bad, we're not a perfect city, they don't want to talk to the assistant coaches. They don't want to talk to the council members. They always want to talk, I want to talk to the mayor. And let me tell you, I'll tell you one example. There's a lady that came in that's been trying to contact me she wanted to talk to the mayor. And I've been busy doing some other things, but one day I was here and I left a little earlier. She came a little bit after me, and she went to my great assistant, Janelle, and said, I want to talk to the mayor. I was on my way to Snellville for an event. Janelle called me and said, there's the lady who wants to talk to you. And I said, Janelle, I'm busy. Well, no, she's going to wait on you. She's going to wait on you till you come back in her car. She's not going to leave City Hall until you meet with her. Immediately, I said, Janelle, I'll be there in just a minute, because you never know. I'll be there in just a minute. So I turned around, I canceled the event I was doing in Snellville, turned back around and met her. These are an example, but it was a great conversation. It was a beautiful. She just wanted to talk to the mayor. She did not want to talk to the city manager. She did not want to talk to the council members. She wanted to talk to the mayor. So these are things that we go to. But I just enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I just hope that whenever the time comes that I leave office, I just hope people look at me and said, that mayor in Loganville did everything he can to make our city more beautiful than what it is now, to make our city more prosperous than what it is now, and to make our city look forward than what it is now. If I could get that, I think, in my opinion, it's mission accomplished.
I'd like to thank Mayor Martinez for taking the time out of his busy schedule to do this interview. That's this edition of Focus. Until next time, I'm Darrell Everidge.
Hi, this is Jody Johnson, and I'm glad it's been a couple weeks since I've done my last show, so I've got a little bit of information to share with you. Our fall program has started. We've started practicing our football and cheerleading programs, our soccer, and our fall baseball and softball. All of those programs have started. Games will start somewhere around the end of August, somewhere around August 20th. Maybe the Jamboree, I think, is set for August 17th. So a lot of activities are going. This is generally our largest sports program that we have, because we have so many things going on at one time with the fall baseball and softball, the football and cheerleading and soccer. So we have several thousand kids that are participating with us right now. About the same number of kids that have signed up with us in the past. Around 28 football teams, 20 cheerleading teams, 8 flag football teams. We have ages 7 through 11 or somewhere in that age group for our flag football. We play that out of the Loganville area. Our baseball has around 60 teams this year, and our softball has 37. We also have about 30 soccer teams. One thing that with our soccer program, we started a 14 through 18-year-old league, and this is the first year we've had that. They play 7-on-7, so it's a little abbreviated, smaller sided team, and most of the teams are based off of the school that they participate in. So it's a new league that we started with our soccer to add something for the older age groups. With that being said, all of our programs will start at the end of August and will run through usually the end of October, which is our end of our fall season. And at that point, our basketball season starts. So registration for basketball, make sure you make a note of this if you have someone interested in it, is September 9th through the 14th. September 9th through the 14th this coming up year. We'll register that Monday through Saturday, and again, you can register online at your convenience. You can register at waltoncountyga.gov. The cost of that program is $85 to sign up, and that provides your shirts, shorts, and then a 10-game season. We have an end of the season tournament, so it's a great place to play. We have 5 gyms here in Walton County that we participate in. The two at Meridian Park in Loganville. We have 2 here at Niwell Recreation Center, 1 at Felker, and then we also utilize the Social Circle Elementary School for some games down there as well. So actually 6 gyms that we participate our games in, and then we utilize a few primary schools for practice in the Loganville area. We usually have about 1,000 kids that participate in that program, so get signed up September 9th through the 14th for that. A lot of our other classes are going on. It's the humidity and the heat is just a little overbearing, so if you're looking for a place to still stay healthy and get some exercise in, our community centers are a great place to do that. It's very, very affordable at only $2 per week per family, and it's time to re-register for that. Our fiscal year is July through August, so this is the time to renew all of your memberships. If you bought one last year, it's time to renew. Your cards won't work to let you in the door, so come back in and talk to one of our community center staff, and they will get you re-registered for the year. And that is for your family who live in your household. That membership is good for. So $104 per year is a great deal to get in and utilize any of the exercise equipment we have. The gymnasium's open at certain times for basketball pickup play, and then we have the indoor walking track as well. And then the temperature's always, I'm not going to say it always, gotten a few phone calls when the heat's out or the air conditioner's out, but for the most part, we try to keep it at a nice 70 degrees in the gym. So it's a great place to get some exercise and where you can get out and you won't just sweat the minute you walk out the door. So come visit that. We have a lot of great classes that are going on at the community center, whether it's Zumba or kickboxing or art classes with Miss Johnson, who does a great job with that. Don't forget our senior aerobics classes that meet at 10 o'clock on Monday through Friday. We have one going on every day, whether it's in Loganville, Monroe, or Social Circle. So we have our senior aerobics classes as well going on, and they're really getting large. On new things that we're going to bring to Walton County Parks and Recreation, we're in the middle of an indoor batting cage facility in West Walton Park. That should be completed by November. So we'll have a place to do all our evaluations, and in the bad weather in the early springtime or in the winter, we'll have a place for those teams to hit and to throw and that sort of thing. And a 80-foot by 60-foot building that we've got the building erected now. We've just got to get the parking lot finished and then put some cages and the carpet and that sort of thing on the inside. So those take another week or a couple weeks to get that completed. The other bigger project that we're starting the bid processes on is our project. We're not sure how far we'll be able to go with it. We have about $1.5 million that we're going to spend, but it is on a splash park that we hope that we can get open by next summer, and that will be in between Georgia. It'll be a 0 level. There won't be any standing water, but there'll be a lot of playground type activity with water shooting up out of the ground, and a large bucket that would dump water on folks. So it'd be a great place to go and have birthday parties, or just go on a daily outing with your friends. So looking forward to that, and as that progresses and we get the bid openings and some drawings, I'll bring that to you as well. Along with that, we're hoping to do some type of adaptive playground beside that, where kids that may have a disability will have a place to go and play, a place for kids to play as well. And then on our third project at that park, what we're aiming towards is some type of baseball field, probably an adaptive baseball field, where we can do all different things with them, whether it's wheelchairs or just a place for those kids to play as well. Eventually, the next phase of that park will be a adult softball complex in the between area. The other project that we're collecting SPLOST money on as well is a Walnut Grove facility, and that will be a regional park. And what I mean by regional means that it would have a little bit of everything, whether it be baseball, football, soccer. It will be a much larger scale. So we have that project in the near future. I would say it'd be several years before that comes to fruition. Also, a couple of community centers in the Walnut Grove and the Social Circle area. So there's a lot of things that are in the horizon for the Recreation Department, and we look forward to bringing all of those to the citizens here in Walton County. So we appreciate your support. We appreciate you going to our website and giving us any input you would like to on what kind of programs you would like to see. So again, glad to be bringing this program to you, and we will let you know of any things that's happening in the future. So we always end our show with remember that sportsmanship starts at home. Thank you very much.
Whether you think about it or not, music is a part of our lives. And for Tracy Stever, music is her life. Recently, I had the opportunity to stop by Stever Studios and talk to Tracy about how important teaching music is to the next generation.
I worked for Primerica, and my boss allowed me to have a little side room. So after work, I'd work 9 to 5 as the office manager, and I'd get off and I'd have a few students come up to the office. I had about 3, and over time, a couple years, it just grew, and then I had 5, and then I had 10. And then I met my husband, and he said, why don't you quit that office job, and why don't you just go for it and just do music, since that's really your passion. So I got in touch with Sadie Crowsnest, and she leased me a couple rooms over here around the back of City Hall. And at that time, I brought on a few more teachers, and we just kept growing and growing, and now we're probably up to about 80 students, and we've got about 6 other teachers that teach here besides myself. Oh, I mean, we have some serious talent here in Monroe. It's just amazing. A lot of, piano players are my specialty, where a lot of my kids really shine. When I was growing up, music was my life. Coming from a broken home, it was something that I could always turn to, that was always there for me. And I can't imagine my life without music. I'm a career musician. That's what I did when I was in middle school, in high school. I went to college for music education, and I just can't imagine a life without music.